If your balcony has become the neighborhood pigeon hotel, don't stress because you're not alone. These pesky birds leave feathers, droppings, eggs, nesting material, and make your space almost unusable. The good news? You can get rid of these pests for good without harming them. Today I'm going to show you exactly how us professionals get rid of these pesky birds for good and some DIY methods that actually work. I'm Trapper Tony and I've been protecting balconies from pigeons since 2012. We help homeowners and tenants remove unwanted wildlife from their property every single day humanely. Now let's talk about why pigeons chose your balcony in particular. What are they looking for? Well, for starters, they're looking for shelter from the rain. This can be right underneath the balcony's overhang, protecting them. They're looking for safe nesting locations. They can tuck their way inside or underneath any patio furniture you have on the balcony itself. It's high off the ground, away from predators like fox, coyotes, or even other birds of prey. Any nearby food sources like neighbors feeding wildlife, birds, or even a garbage dumpster in your complex. Once they feel safe, they'll return every single day. And what's worse, if there's any babies being born, they'll return to the exact same nesting location year after year. That's why simply chasing away these pigeons isn't the long-term solution. They're also looking for warm surfaces like concrete, which will hold the warmth from the sun. So let's talk about if you have an active pigeon issue and why you shouldn't ignore them. Mainly, it's their droppings. Pigeon droppings can be very acidic, which means they'll actually stain concrete, your railings, make a mess of your balcony, and even plug your drainage holes. Large accumulations of droppings can attract flies, mites, which if there's no pigeons around, may look for a human host. Actually attract carpet beetles, which move or migrate into your home through the balcony. Carpet beetles can get into your rugs, sofas, and anywhere around your bedroom itself. Large accumulations of droppings can also become a serious health hazard. If droppings get disturbed and you breathe them in, it can cause fungal disease, respiratory disease, and bacteria disease. The longer you leave the problem, the harder it is to solve, the more you put yourself at risk. The longer you leave this pigeon issue, the harder it is to solve and keep your area clean. The more you put yourself and your property at risk. Trapper Tony's 6 DIY options and solutions for you to give a try on your balcony. Trapper Tony's tip number 1. Now, number 1 would be the easiest solution, and it's actually removing food sources. No foods mean no birds. Remove any food. This could be bread, garbage, dog or pet food on the property. Could even be your neighboring balcony who's actually feeding the wildlife, contributing to your pigeon problem. And now when we think food, also have to think water. Do not leave any stagnant water on the balcony, which could lure the birds in as well. I cannot stress this enough. You're already providing nice coverage and harborage with your balcony. If you offer or feed the pigeons, they won't forget. Trapper Tony's tip number 2. Number 2 option is cleaning and sanitizing your balcony. It's critical that you do this and do it thoroughly. This may also take a second attempt at cleaning. Pigeons are very smart. They'll recognize the scent markers to where they're born or where they're frequenting, which will lure them right back to the property or even other pigeons in close proximity. When we're cleaning the balcony, we want to use proper PPE. Wear a mask, gloves, and eye protection when handling pigeon droppings. We want to apply sanitizers like Lysol, Quat, or DSV, anything that's 99.9%. We want to remove the pigeons, the feathers, the droppings, and any food sources that may have any scent markers for these pesky pigeons on your property. Also, remove any nesting materials which can act like scent markers or signals for any birds in close proximity. Trapper Tony's tip number 3. Now this third option I've seen multiple times on balconies. It's motion objects. Now these can come in a form of old CDs, reflective tape, pinwheels, anything that's moving, spinning, reflecting the sunlight enough to scare these birds. Now it may work for a few days, however it's not the strongest deterrent. These birds eventually get used to the motion objects, get comfortable, and move and migrate right back in. Trapper Tony's tip number 4. Now I've been on thousands of balconies over the years since 2012. And our frustrated DIY customers have utilized a certain object that I've seen multiple times, and it doesn't work for long term. It's the fake owl approach, a bird of prey. If you're gonna use a fake owl, it has to be moved every single day. Otherwise, the pigeons realize this statue is not actually a threat. I've personally even seen pigeon droppings on top of these fake owls. Trapper Tony's tip number 5. Now the 5th option is actually pigeon spiking or bird spike. This is a great product for wherever birds are roosting. They'll fly to a specific area to land and stay the long term. It doesn't actually harm the bird, it just makes the landing area uncomfortable for them. They'll fly into the area, sit or try to land on top of the spike, and vacate due to the nature of the spike. When I install these, I'm installing them in areas like on top of air conditioner units, railings, or even ledges where the birds will land, look down, they're nice and high off the ground from predators, they can look and scour around for any food or water sources. This is a great deterrent for roosting pigeons. Trapper Tony's tip number 6. Now the 6th option that we have is bird gel or optical gel. Now if we're looking at products like this bird gel, you apply it on roosting sites just like the bird spike. This creates a sensory overload for the pigeon. They don't feel comfortable landing on it. It's sticky, it's tacky, they don't feel balanced. It prevents them from roosting on these locations. We also have optical gels that can be applied to small roosting locations like ledges, AC units, or any small areas. Now this product actually gives off the illusion that there's a flame or fire in close proximity to the gel itself. Again, these products are great for small areas where birds are roosting, not ideal for larger balconies where more product is required to cover these areas. Now when it comes to the gold standard here at Pest Protection Plus, we're talking about custom exclusion and pigeon netting installation. Now once installed correctly, this PVC dipped UV protective netting will keep the birds out for good. It also becomes almost invisible to the homeowner. You've tried the DIY options. You're sick and tired of cleaning up the pigeon droppings and mess, or even hearing them cooing, making noise late into the night or early into the morning. Every balcony is different. We'll professionally inspect your balcony, look for roosting sites, ledges, entry points, and a way that we can manipulate and install pigeon netting for good. Now when it comes to pigeons, you may have 1 or 2 on the balcony. Cleaning and sanitizing the balcony thoroughly and using the DIY deterrents may solve the problem if it's early. If it's not, birds are returning, they're already nesting. If it's not, and birds are already returning to your balcony daily, or they've even started nesting, professional exclusion will be the ultimate tool. Sanitizing the balcony and installing long-term prevention like pigeon netting will keep these birds out for good. The key isn't just removing the birds, it's making your balcony a place these birds no longer want to utilize. If you've had pesky pigeons roosting or nesting on your balcony and were able to deal with it with a DIY option, leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear your story. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. We offer weekly tips on rodents, wildlife, and pest-related material. We'll catch you on the next one.